Hi everybody, Thalia here, and today I will be talking about fandoms. Yes, I know, I wanted to talk about this for a long time, but I never really found the time to do it, I guess, in between all of the other stuff I'm doing because of fandoms. Everything comes back to fandoms and the stuff I'm interested in, and I have a lot of work because of it. So yeah, I will be talking about what kind of fandoms I'm in, what keeps me busy and all that stuff. I think most of you already know, but I'm gonna tell you anyways, and I'm gonna tell you all of my struggles with it as well. Before I start, I do want to say this video is sponsored by Amino apps, and that is a app where you can actually fangirl about all of your fandoms in that app. So you have all different communities in there and you can join them, and then you can talk about your favorite anime or games or manga or K-pop groups, all that kind of stuff. So you know, all the stuff that I'm interested in, I can check it out on that app, and I have to say it's really interesting and fun to meet new people and actually share all of the stuff you're interested in. I recommend you guys checking it out, and that will be it. I also want to recommend you guys a video that my friend Steph made, or Steph Watt, as you may know her on YouTube. She also made a video about fandoms, and it was a really cool video, so I do want to tell you guys that she made one about that as well. So I will put the link in the description, and just subscribe to her or like her video or talk to her, because she's really cool, and I do feel like she deserves so much more because she puts a lot of work in her videos, and I do admire that. So yeah, without further ado, let's start with all of the fandoms I'm part of. I actually had to make a list because it's not that I'm gonna forget what fandoms I'm part of or like what communities or all that kind of stuff. It's just that it's so much, and you know, the struggles that come with it. Yeah, it's a lot sometimes, especially for me to keep up with everything. That is hell. Also, the money I'm spending on it is also hell, and especially the time, trying to divide your time into just blocks of time, I guess, to spend time to watch anime, time to read, time to play games, all that stuff. It is hell as well, but it is a good thing though, because I do love all of these things with a passion, and it's just fun to be part of that. So the first one I'm gonna start with is anime and manga. You know, you guys all know that I'm part of that because, you know, my channel is mainly about anime and sometimes manga. That's how I started it up. I started my YouTube because I wanted to talk to people about anime and manga, and I succeeded. So yeah, that is a big part of my life. I have spent so much money on that, so much time on series that I loved, but also series that I didn't like too much, which, you know, sometimes feels like a waste of time, but you gotta try it out. And you know, I'm that kind of person. I need to try out all of the new things and check that out, and then I'm like, cool, I'm either satisfied that I checked it out, or I can rant about it now on Twitter. So talking about anime and manga, in between that I also have other things I'm interested in. So when it comes to anime, I'm mostly interested in comedy and romance anime. Then we also have the part of me loving Bishonen, and you know, the husbandos and all of that stuff. That really keeps me busy to be like, oh, who is best boy of the season and all that stuff. So I have that as well. And then recently it's male idol shows. So usually I never really liked idol anime because the girls were kind of annoying me. And then Abby was like, you should watch Utapri. And then from there on I watched Storm U and other shows, and I was like, I like the male idol shows a lot more, so I'm gonna be a fan of that because I did really like it. And then we also have the whole sports genre that has taken over, and it keeps growing like that. Like it doesn't get any less, it always gets more and more. So that's kind of dangerous in a way, but you know, it's still fun to be a part of and talk about, especially on Twitter. I really enjoy talking about all of these things on Twitter, and like on the Amino app or on Tumblr. There's so many gifs and stuff, and it's just wonderful. So yeah, anime and manga, big fandom, big there's so many parts of it though, but you know, I guess I'm kind of in like the middle. I'm kind of a fan of all of the things, and I like to fangirl about it. So yeah. Next up I will be talking about is K-pop. So I think a lot of people know that as well. I am a huge fan of K-pop, especially since like 2 years ago I got into it more and more, and then going into that, you have a lot of fandoms when it comes to the groups. So you have like the armies from BTS, then you got the I Got 7 from GOT7, you got the Prima Donnas from FT Island, and those three are the ones that I'm interested in the most right now. I do like the community and the fandom around that and the people there. So it's been fun being able to talk about the groups on YouTube actually. For K-pop, usually on YouTube, that's a place to go. In the comment section, you can just gush and talk about everything and discuss who is best boy in what group, who is your bias, all that stuff, who's a bias wrecker, all that stuff. So, you know, I really enjoy doing that. I love checking out the new releases of new songs when they come out, and that is where K-Pod comes in as well. So I'm a part of K-Pod, which is a podcast about K-pop, and we should discuss all of the new songs that came out that we liked. So there's a lot every month. Don't underestimate it. It's a lot. Just like anime, it is a lot of anime coming out every season. It's the same for K-pop per week, I guess. It's insane. Thank God it's only songs. But then you have BTS who kind of publish stuff without anyone being warned, and then it's like, oh my God. So, you know, I think that's a good thing and a bad thing, because it's like one day I would be busy with anime and manga, and then I don't know, like 10 minutes later it's like, oh my God, BTS posted a new video, and I'm like, oh my God, and then I have to be busy with that. So it's so time consuming. Of course, there's some other stuff I'm really into, and that is games. So I've been gaming since I was a really small child with my brother, because we've always been into Pokemon, and because of watching Pokemon we got to play the games, and then it only got down from there. So I'm still a huge fan of Pokemon and their games. I have all of their games. When a new one comes out, I buy it immediately because I want to play it. I still play the card game online and offline. Like I still have a bunch of cards to actually play with. So Pokemon is a really, really big part of my life, and it's never gonna change. I thought I would grow out of it. That doesn't exist. Like, it's not going to happen. I'm gonna keep being a fan of Pokemon, keep playing the games and all of that, and keep talking about it. And I love it. It keeps me young, and there's just so much nostalgia as well, because it's been so long that I've been a fan of it. So the games is really a big part of me, and I still buy merch and all that stuff of Pokemon because I love it that much. Next to Pokemon, I have Zelda. As some may know, I have a Zelda tattoo. Actually, I'm gonna get a Pokemon tattoo as well soon, but I will talk about that later. Anyways, Zelda has also been a big part of my life because of Ocarina of Time and all of that. I do have to admit, I kind of got into Zelda a bit later. I knew about it, but I didn't really get into it, and then I got into it massively. So I bought all of the games, played most of them. I'm not gonna say I played through all of them already, because, you know, a lot of the Zelda games take a while for me to actually complete, but I do love Zelda a lot. So that's another one. And then recently, also like from 2 years ago, Fire Emblem is a big part that I love from like the gaming industry, I guess, and just like games in general, because those games are so good, and I don't know why I didn't realize it earlier, but Fire Emblem and their characters especially, I really love it. So I don't think I need to give you a lot of explanation about that, but Fire Emblem have best boys. Then we also just have Nintendo in general, because Nintendo is a big part of my life. I grew up with the Nintendo Entertainment System, like the NES, the first one, because my grandma had that and she played on that, and then I played on that with her as well, playing Mario and Tetris and all that stuff. So Nintendo will always be my favorite console. I don't know why, it's just nostalgia, and I actually like all of the games that they put out, like most of them. So Nintendo, good job for making me pay a lot of money for your games and your consoles, but I don't mind, I love it. Next to consoles, we also have PC games, and also recently, I also always say recently, but it's probably like 2 or 3 years every time when I talk about it, but Life is Strange and like other otome games as well, and just like games that have multiple choice answers. Yeah, wow. Anyways, those kind of games I just really like. So whenever I see something on Steam like Amnesia that I've played as well, I got addicted to those games really quickly. But Life is Strange really changed my life when I actually played it, because I always thought it's like, oh, it's more like the anime kind of games that we're used to from Otome games, I guess. But then Life is Strange was so different to me that I was like, wow, I really like this game. So I've played it like 5 times already. So can we just get like a continuation soon or something else from the creators, because that would be really cool. I do need to play more games like that still. I know there's still some on Steam that I can check out, so I'm gonna try to do that. But yeah, that has definitely changed my life and I'm a really big fan of it. And last but not least, the other community or fandom that I got thrown into, that is dramas, more like J and K dramas, so Japanese and Korean dramas. I got into that because of Viewster and Crunchyroll. Actually, Viewster had a lot of Korean dramas when I still checked out Viewster. I'm sorry, but the app didn't work too well on my TV. And then Crunchyroll has a lot of Japanese dramas, so I checked out those on my TV when I was like, I've seen all the anime that I've seen already that is out that I wanted to see, so I'm caught up. And next thing I knew, I was checking out dramas and I got addicted so badly. So next to that, I also got to find out that there's a website called Viki, also an app called Viki, and that's where you have, it's kind of like Crunchyroll but for dramas. So you also pay like $4 or something like that a month, and then you can stream so many dramas. It's unbelievable, and it's a really cool site actually. And you also have my drama list, like you have my anime list, you have my drama list where you can update that. So it's really cool to see that, and you can actually interact with people there as well. So I do like that. I do need to get into it more still. But the thing is, I don't have too much time for that, unfortunately, because of the games, anime, manga, K-pop, all that stuff. It is all very time consuming, and I guess that is kind of the downside to it. Because it's like with my channel, I want to make videos about anime and manga. Sometimes I'm just not in the mood to check that out. So I do want to talk about K-pop. So I did that now as well. So my channel now has anime, K-pop, and manga in it already. And I do kind of want to talk about the dramas that I'm into too. So that will be 4 subjects already. And I did already talk about Fire Emblem in my videos. I talked about Pokemon before. So it's like, I kind of want to have all of those things in my channel, but it's really hard to do that because I need to find the time to do so, because I do have a job, so I still need to go to work, and after that check out all of the anime, manga, all the stuff I talked about, and then actually talk about it to you guys. But you know, it's all good though, because I do love being in these communities and talking about it and being able to I don't know, kind of relate to people as well when it comes to that, having too many fandoms, being part of that. It's a good and bad. So I think a lot of people can feel my struggle. It is very time consuming, and it's a lot of money that you're throwing at it because you do want to support the industry. So for me, it's like I'm buying K-pop albums, I'm buying CDs, like for other music as well, because I do like other music other than K-pop as well. So and then I'm buying anime and manga and games and consoles and all that stuff. So it is a lot, but at the end of the day, you just do what you love with a passion, and you love all of these things that you bought, and you can talk about it and you can make friends because of it. And I think that is the wonderful part of being part of fandoms or communities. So yeah, guys, let me know what you thought of this video. Let me know what you think of fandoms and communities. What are the up and downsides? Of course, there's a lot more, but I'm kind of limited with my time right now. So let me know if you liked it. Give it a thumbs up. If you did, share it with people who are also into this. Maybe we can talk about it. That's always great. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Thank you Amino apps for sponsoring this, and I will see you soon. Bye!